Well, it was almost good. Started out pretty promising. First 30 laps, probably the best racing that we've seen since 2016. I'm not even exaggerating. It was actually good. Then the rest of the race happened. And then nothing was entertaining again. Yep. So apathetic right now that I can't really say anything. I have no words. What a disappointment. So, let's say... Can Arca come back, please? We need an exciting race. So, I got nothing. I got nothing! It's such a nothing race. I'm glad they got it in. I'm surprised they got it in. I'm really glad that I was asking for a transition race. If it had been delayed for like another hour, this might have been a little bit different. When they were actually able to get it into the actual night. Because, I think the low there was like 45. So, if they'd gone just another hour, I think you would have been able to see the night part of the race come into play. Or maybe Harvick would have just been even better. And it wouldn't have made a difference. I don't fucking know. What a nothing race. I'm trying to articulate how to describe the Xfinity race. I was damn near just going to be silent and let you read my eyes when I say that how much, if you say that this cup race was a nothing race, Jesus goddamn Christ almighty. Xfinity race. Damn it. 3 leeches! And it was still that bad! 3 leeches! This is starting to look like a 2015 where the trucks are going to be great every week. The truck race, you see, the difference between the truck race and the Xfinity race is that you could actually pass the leech. The cum de la leech, the King Leech himself, you could actually fucking pass him. What? Yeah, some people could. Few could do it. Few could muster the strength to make the race interesting, but they could when they did. All right? Moffitt won. I can't complain about that. Corbin got another 16th. And you know what? This is a quote to live by, people. Finishing 16th in an underfunded truck at Daytona is nothing. Finishing 16th at Atlanta in an underfunded truck means everything. All right? Now that takes effort. It's a quote to live by. Corbin's not back till Dover. Ultimate sadness. Well, I don't know. That's about it. The first 30 laps were so good, man. You had comers and goers in the first 30 laps. Bowman started 18th, got up to 8th, and was back in 18th by the time the caution came out. Are you kidding me? What happened to that for the rest of the race? Huh? I'll tell you what happened. What I assumed happened is that everyone set their car up to run the bottom because of Harvick. When everyone was running the top at the start, when the setups were all over the place. Well, they were moving around all over the place, And how much of that had to do with the fact that it was just inexperience versus experience? You saw guys like Bowman moving up at the speed of sound. There was someone else that was moving up at the speed of sound. Stenhouse was driving decently for a while there. Yeah. You can't really use this track as a gauge for the season because it's so vastly different from the others. It looks the same as Charlotte and Texas, but it drives damn near so much more differently. Like, even I used to call them something else. I can't remember what I call the Kansas shaped tracks, but it was a good thing to call it, but I don't remember what it was. It's like those Hershey, not the Kisses, but like the chocolate chips, the really flat chocolate chips. That's what they look like. Is it not an uncanny resemblance? Point is, those tracks all drive the same, but these ones don't. All right. I feel like if some other drivers in the field had decided, you know what, let's try and run the high side, then maybe it just wouldn't have been a fucking parade for the final half of the race, the final 75% of the race. Because after the fucking first 30 laps, like, what happened? There was a 3 wide move for the lead in the second stage. That's about it. And even still, this race was very blah. And yet, count them back, I think at least 6 green flag passes for the lead on track. 6 quality green flag passes for the lead. I think there was a stretch of races last season that didn't even have a total of 6 green flag passes for the lead. Yeah. Okay, my arm's starting to hurt. Time to switch to this one. Yeah, I just fucking hate Harvick. What a fucking pompous asshole, I swear. Fuck him for 2015. I've probably said this 100 times by now. But yeah, it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. Almirola looked good. Kurt looked good. I was glad to see Kurt having a good day. He could have legitimately won this race if he actually had a good car. The fuck was Boyer doing up front all race long? That was an anomaly and a half, wasn't it? What else happened? I think you're going to see a good gauge of what's actually going to happen at 1.5 mile tracks next week. You saw that there were clearly a lot of different cars in this field that had speed, such as Almirola, such as Hendrick had a decent amount of speed. Well, Bowman did anyway. Oh, man. What a race that was. It wasn't worth consuming $10 worth of pizza. I regret that. I feel like today would have been much more productive to have not eaten and just like lost some weight instead of putting on whatever the fuck I just put on. So that was needless. How about Bane blowing up there? The fuck was that? That was pretty suspicious. Not only did he blow up in spectacular fashion, in spectacular track blinding fashion, it came at the perfect opportunity to give a good 10 drivers an opportunity to perform on pit road. Put everyone back on an even slate. And all that. Very interesting coincidence. In a race that saw virtually no engine problems the entire time. I didn't hear anything about the broadcasting people complaining. None of the pit reporters saying anything about people having engine issues. I don't think we saw a single engine blow all week long. Trying to think back to the trucks race, nothing there. The race that we're not going to talk about, nothing happened there. I mean, nothing happened in there, not even in the race itself. I mean, you want to talk about not having anything happen with engines. I mean, I'm surprised there weren't more tire problems. That guy's going on 60 laps on these tires. I thought Atlanta ate these things alive. Good work, Goodyear, for once. Actually making good tires. Bravo. That's an interesting change of circumstances. Goodyear actually made a good tire. Wow, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. I have somehow stretched this out to 10 minutes when I had nothing to say. And yeah, next week is Vegas. Oh boy, Vegas. Oh, I'm excited for that. Oh, remember last year when that was one of the worst races of the season? Yay! I'll be streaming on Twitch probably most of the week running iRacing at Vegas because I bought the track and I'm going to try and grind my way to Class A. And if I get there before the series ends, then I might just do Class A races and try and grind my way to a P class. I don't know. At least we can go to Vegas twice a year. And unfortunately, you can only go to Homestead once a year. I mean, that's like... I fucking love that track at iRacing. Can we go to Homestead every week? Okay, point is, this race was very boring. The first 30 laps were some of the best racing that I've seen in a long fucking time at a 1.5 mile track. Unless you count Homestead. Last year at Homestead, that was a good race. So it's time for the customary turning the car on and off so that it doesn't destroy the battery. What's playing on the radio? That's not the radio. Ah, it's a Love So Right. How I love so right. How a race that started off so well could turn out to be so boring. Anyway, I have nothing left to say. I had nothing to say in the first place, so the fact that I got 11 minutes out of this is probably more impressive than anything. So, yep, thanks for watching. Bye.